show you today how to handle reeds that they're either heavy, the gouge is heavy, or the cane is kind of weak. You get big openings. See, that's a pretty big opening. And they kind of splat. They don't sound good. They honk. You want to get them to collapse, but squeezing the blades, it's not always a good idea to do that, to squeeze the blades. So what I want to show you is how to deal with these big gouges. I'm going to play it a little bit so you have an understanding of what I mean. It's big, it's loud, it's not dolce any stretch of the imagination. It might be good for, you know, a summer July 4th concert, but other than that, it's pretty useless. The trouble is, you know, often we get into these situations and we figure, okay, I'm going to define more, and then what ends up happening is you have more definition. You're actually weakening, because you have to remember wherever you put the knife, you weaken, you don't strengthen the reed. And so you'll say, okay, well, I'm going to define more, and then you make the tip shorter, then it just becomes more resistant to play, and it just doesn't change. The pitch doesn't go up, it doesn't conform to your reality. You have to change techniques, is what you have to do when you have reeds like this. You have to approach them differently. So what we need to do is we need to bring some of that strength back into the front of the reed to stabilize it and keep it from acting crazy. The strength is from the center of the reed, okay? It's from the center of the tube that goes through the gouge, through the center of the reed. That's where the strength of the reed lies. And so we're going to try to carry this over. But at the same time, I'm going to approach the tip so that it's a straight, very straight, even kind of scrape across the middle. Try to emphasize the slope so that it's very linear. I'm basically scraping down the middle, but very lightly in the center here, but then I kind of push a little harder toward the very tip. Now I can tell by doing this, feeling it off the end onto the plaque, that it's kind of heavy up there. I need a sharp knife. So I want to emphasize scraping straight down, but also straight down, straight across. Because this whole kind of American arrowhead thing is not working with this kind of cane. It just doesn't work. And you can do all the definition you want, scrape out the back all you want, scrape down the channels all you want. It's not going to fix it. The only way you're going to fix it is how I'm showing you. And that is to scrape straight down through the tip. And also people with really weak gouges, I've known some players who this is routinely how they make their reeds, because you're artificially creating strength by making the tip thinner. But that's where you want everything to happen. You want it to happen at the tip. And yeah, I can tell this is kind of, it's a bit heavy, you know. But it has to be scraped in a way that it's, the slope is maintained. And it's not overly difficult, but something you need to do. Alright, let's try this reed. It's much easier to play now. It's not splatty, it doesn't honk, and it's not heavy like it felt before. Before, it was just out of control. This is how you want to do this with this type of reed. You're kind of artificially creating strength in it by doing this. Now, you don't want to do too much in the middle, but you do want to scrape and try to keep that slope happening. Now, this is pretty reminiscent of old style American reeds. Now, this is how my teacher Genovese used to make reeds. It was like this. And, you know, if you listen to his playing, you can hear that in the reed, that the tip is very responsive. He never had trouble with notes coming out, rarely. And the tone was also very stable. We get, as American players, we get caught up in this, the way the reed should look, and you have to think more about how the reed should play rather than look. I'm just trying to keep this, that it's a little straighter. Doesn't dip so much in the profile. The profile is more important to me at this point than looking through it. It's better, but now it's getting away from me. So now that we've gotten it to play toward the end of the reed a little more, now we can go in and stabilize it in the corners here a bit. And this is something you kind of have to do delicately. It's a delicate thing. You may get it, you may not, but this is how you have to approach the reed when it's a heavy gouge. It acts like it's usually heavy gouges. You can see them on the sides are very, very heavy. See, that's much better. It's much nicer. It's more. It plays. It responds better. It's not so heavy. I want to keep refining it, and we're going to refine it now that we've in the sides. It kind of helps stabilize it a little bit in the corners. Now that we've made it smaller, right? Made it more dolce, made it closer to the tip. Let's see, I don't know if you're going to see much there. See, now it's much smaller, it's much nicer. I'm still going to refine it some more to bring it in. It's responding fine. I just want it to be a little more stable. And that's just the way to a little more stability in the sides here and the corners. But remember, when you add that stability, you're also creating resistance. So you want to be careful. I don't touch the back at this point. I just leave it alone. Kind of focus on the tip. Just a little more. Oh, it's also got that C6 up there, which is nice. But you can hear it's much lighter, much easier, doesn't splat. I could do more with it. I just wanted to show you that when you're dealing with real honk reeds or heavy gouges, and you're trying to approach it by defining this area more and this area more, that's not going to do it. you need to work toward the tip. Have a nice clean slope from the center of the reed down. Yeah, like so. And then you can adjust the stability of it in the corners here and on the sides of the tip. Well, I hope this helps you, and if you got any questions, let me know. Good luck with that.